That's about how my week 10 is going to start off right there, with
like
just the wrong everything. That's how my week is kicking off here for weekly kickoff is the wrong intro, the wrong everything.
I
I'm
was like,
just
oh,
glad I
that's the
finally got.
switch. Like, okay, I kind of like this. I know
Yeah.
what's up, but I like it.
Brandon's like new vibe, and it's like, oh, wrong show. My bad. Just got everything going wrong for me right now. But I got my microphone and my camera back working. Hopefully my brain is back working now too. Brandon joined us with his NBA champion shirt, one for the city.
The undefeated team
That's
in the
right.
NBA, and we play tonight against the Clippers. So definitely
Love
looking to
it.
go. 9-0, right? Or 8-0.
I think 8-0.
Okay.
8-0. So gotta love that. Kyle, how we doing tonight, sir?
Doing pretty good. Just getting a chuckle out of the wrong intro situation.
Yeah. It's I know everyone just thinks I'm perfect, but every now and then I slip up, So
We all make mistakes. We all
yeah,
make
no.
mistakes.
Yeah, you mere mortals make mistakes. Usually I don't, but here we are anyway. All right, guys, welcome into week 10. Week 10 already. Brandon was the bearer of bad news earlier and told us got just a few more weeks in there to sneak into the playoffs. And then if you don't get into the playoffs, your season's done. You got about a month left here, and you could be done. And if you're not making the playoffs, there are week 14 bye weeks in there. So your last week, if it's week 14, your last week could just suck because some of your team could be on bye. So let's just suck the fun out of that, NFL. Thanks for that. It's
Yeah,
like they
what's
don't even
with
care
that?
about fantasy. What's that, Kyle?
I said, what's with that, anyways? Having buys that late?
Well,
Oh,
they're
no.
stupid. It's like, oh, these buys will start in like week 5, because teams are really tired then. So we'll have 4 teams on by then, and then in week 6 we'll put 2 teams on by. Week 7, we'll have 12 teams on by because fuck you. It's just like, what are we
Yeah,
doing? Like, what are we doing?
I don't understand it. It's annoying.
These bipocalypses, there's no rhyme or reason to any of the bye week stuff, and it's really really annoying. I feel like what's that, Kyle?
I said very frustrating for sure.
Well,
When, like you said, you got 2 here, 4 here, 6 here. It's like, okay, take 2 from here, put it here with the
You got
2,
four straight
not
teams.
have them go to week 14.
Yep. Yeah, I was looking through my lineups this morning, and I was just like, how have I got all these bye weeks this week? Like, it's gonna suck pretty bad. I will say, I think it all kind of started when a lot of those international games started. I feel like it's thrown off a lot of the bye weeks because they tried to do bye weeks for some teams right after they travel overseas, to let them come back and get their stuff more. It's like, or what we could do is quit having games overseas. We
Right.
could quit just screwing with everyone's schedules and quit having games overseas. Now, I will say I do enjoy a game, waking up to a game in the morning. It's quite nice.
Agreed.
But
Agreed.
maybe instead we just hold an early game here stateside and just call it good and be like, hey, you got the morning game. All right. Give the people what they want. I'm sure I think the players would appreciate having a morning game more than having to travel over to Europe and stay over there for a week without their facilities, without their families, without their typical nutrition and stuff, whatever. Because I don't know, British food, gross. Who wants pea soup or whatever the hell they're eating over there, right? Gross. Yeah, no one
Bangers
wants.
and mash. Bangers and mash.
Yeah,
No.
you don't want any of that. So
But like, honestly, I don't need a morning game
I
because
don't need it, but it's fun.
you're messing with people's schedules. All right, people go to church. They listen to the first quarter of their game on their way home. Then they watch the game when they get home.
That's
And
true.
now you're putting on. They're in church for like most of their game if they've got that morning one. Like play a morning game overseas and let it be the Thursday night game. How about that?
Well, what's
Well, people
weird?
got to work, so I don't know how that'll work.
Well, think about those morning games for us where we're at. Start at what, like 8:30 in the morning. Think if you're out in like LA or something, those games are starting at 6:30 in the morning. Like that is crazy.
thinking about fantasy unless you think about it the night before,
Yeah, and there's the last minute injuries and stupid stuff that always comes. Nah,
Yeah.
no
Yeah,
thanks.
you got to set your alarm to check your lineup and check injuries as if it's waivers again.
I was gonna say, don't act like we don't do that for waivers, right? Setting that 155 alarm. But guys, welcome in. It was trade deadline today, and it was very anticlimactic. If I'm being honest,
For fantasy purposes, yeah.
It was not that exciting. We thought some big names were going to get traded today, and that did not happen. So only had 2 wide receivers that were kind of fantasy relevant get traded. Otherwise, womp womp. And we'll talk more about that coming up. We got some people asking some questions in the chat already, so we'll get over to those real quick first. Ethan Haley, thanks for dropping in. Is Juwan Johnson the sleeper of the week? He got 30 targets in the last 3 weeks, so there's definitely a void. I don't know if he's sleeper of the week, but I think his target share is about to go back up.
Completely agree.
Closer to what it was earlier in the season.
Yeah, I'm on board. I'm with you. I wouldn't say sleeper of the week, but he's definitely back in the startable realm for tight ends again.
Yeah.
And he had a touchdown last week, I think. So, I think he's starting to pick back up what he's doing as well.
Yeah, he started back up the last 3 weeks. He scored back up in double digits, and so he's on that upward trajectory already. And then Shaheed goes away. I think it just continues to go up from here. So, he probably scores double digit scoring pretty much every game from here on out. Probably, I would assume.
I agree.
And rookie quarterbacks they tend to lean on a tight end more anyway. So,
yeah.
I
think
think
Carolina's not a terrible matchup for tight ends either. So
yeah, I'm liking it for Juwan Johnson moving forward. Honestly, let's see, Amazon pancakes. Oh, now you just want pancakes. What a mean name! Dang it! All right, looking for ideas for Week 11 tight ends. Juwan Johnson. Oh, never mind.
Wait,
I'm in half.
Week 11.
Oh, Week 11. Still Juwan Johnson.
That's next week.
Okay. Yeah, Week 11. Looking ahead here. I'm in a half-point PPR league. Options on waivers this week are Hunter Henry, Luke Musgrave, David Njoku, another person we thought was going to get traded. Him and Mark Andrews both thought we were going to get trades out of, but didn't get those.
No.
Or Colson Loveland. What order ranking do you have here? Let's talk really quick before we just straight up answer that. Luke Musgrave, with Kraft going down, super sad because Kraft was having a great season. Brandon, do you think that Luke Musgrave do you think he fills that void very well, or do you think targets now go elsewhere away from tight end?
Well, we're talking about this Green Bay offense where, again, we don't know who the number one was. When Tuck and Kraft was there, he was getting most of the targets. I think it's somebody you should still pick up and get, but obviously with the emergence of Christian Watson, obviously still Romeo Doubs, I think, he'll be in that mix, but I don't know if he's going to get as many targets as Tucker Kraft would have got, based on how I'm saying it.
Kyle, what do you think?
Yeah, I agree. It's not going to be a 1-for-1 swap. Musgrave's is not as good, not as smooth, not as good at hands as Kraft. There's a reason why Kraft beat him out for that job, right? So, I agree. It's not going to be a 1-for-1. I think you start seeing a little more Dobbs now that Watson's back and stuff. Start spreading around to the other ones. That being said, for his question, though, Luke Musgrave has an amazing matchup next week against the Giants. Loveland would be my first grab on waivers if you're able this week. If not, Musgrave would be my number 2 for that matchup next week.
Yeah, heck, you could pick up Loveland, who's playing against the Giants this week. Yep. And that's a good matchup too. And then he follows it up with Minnesota. Njoku plays the Jets, and then Baltimore. Well, neither one of them have great defenses, and the Jets just purged nearly their entire defense. So that Jets defense isn't going to be super great probably moving forward. So don't hate Njoku there. That's actually pretty tough.
The only thing for me with Njoku is he's the number 2 tight end there now, which is unfortunate.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
Gabriel
kind of become a boomer bust.
He's a very boomer bust player now.
Yeah, I agree. Whereas Loveland, now, do you think Loveland stays that same? How long is Komet out? I mean, concussion. So, I mean, he might only be out the one more week. Do you think that by week 11?
I don't think it matters.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I will say this Bears offense, I mean, can we believe it? Romaduzzi had 2 target, I believe, 0
Ain't that
fantasy.
nuts?
So, I mean, I kind of feel like this offense and Ben Josh is just really spreading the ball around. So, I mean, but up to that point, Romaduzzi was getting, I would say majority of targets.
But if you look at week 11, they play Minnesota. So tight end is probably the most vulnerable spot in their defense.
Yeah.
So
it's a chance, yeah.
You'd be exploiting that.
All right, now I have to ask another question here with Hunter Henry playing Tampa Bay and then the Jets, and then Booty is out because he got hurt. I know that because I felt that big goose egg for one of my teams in a close matchup this week.
So, right in the Booty.
But I feel like Diggs and Douglas and even Ramondre Stevenson getting stuff. How do we feel about Hunter Henry? He's been pretty consistent, but it hasn't been like great. He's had one great game. Otherwise, just been kind of, 9-ish points.
Yeah, I think the other options are all better, including Njoku.
But let's talk about 9 points for a tight end weekly. Pretty good. That's not bad. We'll take it.
Yeah, it's fine.
We'll take it. Not the
but
best,
but we'll take it. Nothing to get excited about. Like his ceiling is pretty low. I feel like, you're looking at like a 12-point ceiling, but his floor is also pretty high. So I think how I'm going to rank these guys is going to be Loveland, Njoku, Henry, Musgrave, I think is the order that I'm giving you on these guys.
I'm going Loveland, Musgrave, Njoku, Henry.
Loveland, Henry, Musgrave, Njoku. Did I miss one?
No, I think that's it. All right, cool. Okay. So just go with Loveland. That sounds like it. Yeah. I think with Christian Watson coming back and Dobbs is a red zone target, I just don't trust Musgrave, honestly. Like he was beat out and pretty much phased out of this offense for a reason. I mean, he's got 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He's got like 10 targets on the entire season. Wow. Okay.
Well, when he was the starter before Kraft took it from him,
he
got pretty decent usage then.
Yeah. So no thanks on that. All right. Sorry we spent so much time on that, guys, but that was a fun one to answer. All right. Let's see. Henry H. O2P. Trade Cook in London for Jacobs and Jettas. I think I like the Jacobs Jettas side.
I'm going to keep Cook in London.
Yeah, I'm actually going to keep Cook in London. London had a good game. He had he had a great game, 3 touchdowns this past week. And
London had a really good game and a tough matchup.
Yeah, that too.
His schedule's actually pretty decent.
And they are feeding Cook the rock.
Yeah.
Jettas has been inconsistent with quarterback playing this year. Jacobs is great, obviously, but I'm gonna stick with Cook and London on that one.
Same here.
And I was quick to answer that, quicker than I should have been. Now I think Justin Jefferson has a pretty good schedule, so I do like that for him. But he's also pretty consistent. The thing is for me right here is James Cook, because not that they throw the ball a lot already anyways, but once you get into this cold weather down the stretch here, they throw the ball even less and less and less, and they just run the ball up there in Buffalo.
Yeah.
And that sounds like a winning recipe for James Cook here.
Well, I mean, honestly, Jacobs playing in Green Bay, same thing. They're both running cold weather late in the season.
No, I think though it stands out more with Buffalo. Buffalo is very consistently. I think it gets cold in Green Bay, but I think they keep throwing the ball. So, I mean, from what I've noticed in the past for me, I feel like Green Bay continues to throw the ball even though it's cold, but Buffalo just moves to the ground. And so that's why when Diggs was there, he would essentially disappear in the fantasy playoffs because they just stopped throwing the ball.
Yeah.
So he was not trustworthy in the fantasy playoffs.
Not that their new stadium helps with that because it's still going to be outdoors.
Yeah.
That's a different story for a different day. But
Yeah, exactly. So honestly, like I like both of these. For it might be more of a preference call. They're all pretty close to me, but
I think
I'll
it's
go.
just QB play gets me with London. Then obviously we've seen what Cook has done. Obviously we've seen what Josh Jacobs has done as well. But with Jettis, inconsistent QB play, I mean, I'm slightly leaning towards the Cook and London side.
And they're all past their bye week, so there's no
okay.
Anyway, so nothing there. Let's see. Amazon said he's 7th on waivers this week, going back to those tight ends. So, yeah, you might have a hard time getting Loveland.
You're not going to get Loveland. No, you won't get Loveland there.
Yeah, that's going to be tough.
So, for me, the next one would be Musgrave or Njoku. I think that was pretty consensus. I think Brandon had Hunter number 2, though. Right, Henry?
Yeah.
So,
I'm fine with that.
We're all over the board on who the second one is. So, sorry.
Yeah, you're going to have to go with your gut on that.
Okay, if I'm breaking the tie between Corey's Njoku at number 2 and Brandon's Henry at number 2, I'm going with Njoku over Henry.
As long as you win the game, that's all that matters.
Take that, Brandon. How about that? What's up, Albert? Thanks for popping in here, man. Appreciate you. Pareko wants to know, trade Olave for Devonta Smith.
Yes.
I don't hate that. I actually might. Yeah, I actually would do that. If you can get away with it.
I think I want Devonta Smith there.
Yeah, I do too.
They've been trying to throw the ball more. Olave, Shaheed's gone. He didn't have a clear number 2. We were talking about that with the Juwan Johnson question earlier. Like, they're going to do this in every game.
I saw it on, I don't know. I was watching some sports show. I think the Eagles have 2.
I have 2. Oh, no. We lost the question. Oh, well, we'll just move on and maybe we'll come back to his question.
Yeah.
All right. As long as we're still cooking here. There we go. Oh, I think we got him back. Okay. Brandon, okay. Do you think we lost you there? So you said, do we think the Eagles have 2
number 1 wide receivers? Or do you think Devonta Smith is a number 1 wide receiver?
I think Devonta Smith could be a number 1 wide receiver on another team, yeah. I think he would have been a great number 1 for, like, I don't know, Buffalo or, New England. Or there's a bunch of teams I think he could easily be the number 1 receiver for.
Yeah. I would agree with that. I think he's capable of it, but yeah, I don't know. I think AJ Brown's still supreme. He had a good season, but I think he's a better receiver still, no doubt.
Yeah, AJ Brown's the GOAT in Philly right now.
Okay. Also, Amazon's Pancakes says, I'm looking to week 11 because I have Tyler Warren off that week. That makes sense. Yep. Yeah. Juke wants to know, how worried should I be about Baker Mayfield and Bucky Irving?
Bucky Irvine?
I'm not super worried about him. Why would we be worried about him?
It's not. I don't think Baker's hurt. He don't have an injury, does he?
I'm not worried about Baker. I am worried about Bucky Irving. If we're talking about this week, Bucky plays against New England, who nobody's been able to run on. Them they're like Cleveland light when it comes to that run defense. Bucky Irving's gonna struggle, especially coming back from an injury and then have to play that tough run D. I would be worried about him this week. After this week, not worried. Baker, he's gonna get points no matter what.
But Bucky's a receiving back too. Do we not think that he just maybe gets more receptions?
No, because I think Rashad White is efficient enough as a receiver. Yeah. Also, I think I could see them easing Bucky back in this first week back a little bit. So
I can agree with that.
Such a tough rushing defense. I could see them easing him back.
Yeah, not worried about Baker at all. Give me Baker any day.
Yeah, I'm not worried about Baker.
That's my Baker Mayfield shirt right there. Shots fired. Yeah, you get that in our shop, our merch shop, which you can get 15% off using code FFCK, 15% off all your orders there. FSAN.shop. You can get this cool Baker Mayfield planting the flag. That's a Buccaneers flag. Which says shots fired, baby. All right. Anyways, what a plug. What you described is what I'm saying about Olave. Yep. All right. Let's see. Oh, but is Bucky going to come back at all? Is what he wants to know.
He should be back this week.
Yeah, I would assume this week.
He's expected back this week.
Yeah. And if he doesn't come back this week, then I would say definitely week 11. If they're already talking about him coming back this week, then that means he's close. They're not ruling that out. It's not, there are a lot of players out there and they're like, we don't know when they're coming back. And that is a scary situation. But
like Hampton, for example.
Yeah. Where it's like, it might be after week 12. And it's like, how long are we going to drag this out? But they didn't even place him on IR. So, or he's not on IR. So I think I don't think he's going to be out much longer. So anyways, let's see. B Silva says, I have Samson with the unknown that Judkins plays. There's Algier, Tootin, and Alec Pierce, Jaden Reed available. Just a bench stash, and don't own any of the bell cows for these handcuffs. Okay.
So would you have to drop?
Yeah,
for one of them, I guess. What are you saying?
Yeah, I have Samson with the unknown that Judkins plays. I don't feel like Alex Pierce, he's going to be inconsistent. I'm not stashing him for anything.
Here's my deal. Algier should absolutely be stashed because he's a stud if Bijan gets hurt.
True.
Yeah.
But I'm not dropping Samson for him since I own Judkins either. You have to keep Samson in this situation no matter what.
Yeah.
So if dropping Samson is the only way to pick up Algier, leave Algier on waivers. But Algier should be owned everywhere.
Alec Pierce had 13 targets, but I don't know if that's going to happen again. But
I highly doubt that.
Yeah, I think it's going to happen again.
But as a Pittman owner, I was getting pretty annoyed.
Oh, yeah. Pittman and Downs. Yeah.
He got way more involved when Josh Downs got hurt.
Man, that was rough, man.
I think they traded AD Mitchell today. Yeah.
Oh, we got a super chat from Juke there.
Well, yeah, Juke sent us a cool little sticker that we can't see over here, but he's got a game over little hippo ghost that popped up on there, and that's pretty fun. It doesn't translate onto our stream here, but on the YouTube chat there, it's pretty fun. Appreciate the support there, Juke. Love it. And that's also a pretty funny little hippo ghost. I like it. So nicely done. Let's see. We got in 10 Sadopi. Yeah, sure. I'm going to go with that. Should I trade Rico, Ladd, and Egbuka for Puka or Saquon? Wait. For Puka or Saquon? Ladd and Egbuka for St. Brown. Okay. Hold on. I'm having a hard time putting this together. This is typed out weird.
Rico, Ladd, and Egbuka for Puka. Or
Got it.
Ladd and Egbuka for St. Brown and Aaron Jones.
Got it. Holy cow.
I'm not doing either one.
Rico, Ladd, and Egbuka for Puka.
That's a lot to give up for Puka. That's a lot. Yeah. Now, if he said Rico and Ladd for Puka, I'll say do it. But to give up Rico, Ladd, and Egbuka just for Puka, that's a lot to give up.
The only way I'm touching either of these is if I'm the one getting the Ladd, Egbuka, and running back side. I'm not trading that much for Puka or St. Brown.
Yeah.
As much as I love Puka and St. Brown, I'm not trading that much for either one of them.
It's a lot, especially like, again, I love Puka, but he can't. It's not that he can't stay healthy. He's having a hard time staying healthy.
Yeah.
So that worries me a little bit too. So you could be giving up that much, and who knows with Puka? That makes me really, really nervous. That's a lot. And Juke says Rico is my god. He's going to take me to new highs.
I wish he'd have played like that when he was in Dallas. That would have been great.
No kidding. And Amazon, I'm not putting that on screen unless you super chat it. You got to pay me to put that on screen. That is disgusting. But Zach wants to know, do I trade Devontae Adams for Dowdle and Devonta Smith?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely would. Dowdle's freaking killing it.
Yeah.
He is. That's kind of.
It doesn't even matter who your starting running backs are. He's an instant flex, set and forget. And then Devontae Smith has been playing really, really well since they started throwing the ball more.
Yeah.
You know, getting healthy. I mean, I don't know. I would do that.
Yeah, I would do it too.
I love the Dowdle side.
It's a sad day for Chuba Hubbard owners because he got drafted so high. And, you know, I mean, he might as well got hurt for the season. I mean, he's pretty much been taken over. He lost his job to Dowdle. And what's crazy is we thought that Dowdle was going to be a flash because he had the two best matchups in Miami and Dallas when he had to come fill in for Chuba. But he just continues to do it against these other teams. And so
let me ask this question. For the people that have Dow, should they maybe try to get Chuba as a backup stash, maybe see if they can trade just in case? Or you're just kind of...
If I have Dowdle, I'm holding Hubbard for a handcuff for sure. I'm going to trade for him though.
But you're not going out and trying to get Chuba on the cheap as a handcuff.
Nah.
I feel like people won't even. I don't think you'll get him at the value that he's worth because people still aren't going to sell him as a handcuff.
Exactly. They're going to start him. They're going to try to trade him as if he's still the starter and he had lost that job.
Yeah, because they have so much draft stock in it. They have so much emotions into him. Yeah, that was. I just don't think you're going to get him at the value that he deserves to be traded at this point. But Rico has been crushing it. Who knew? I did not see that coming, if I'm being honest. All right. Juke coming in strong. I fucking cackled when Chuba got taken out. Oh, I love that. Were you playing against Chuba by chance there, Juke? I kind of hope you were. That would make it even better if you were playing against Chuba and he got pulled out there. Bet you got to hear some cuss words from your league mate there. That's pretty funny. Yeah, I'm not a huge Chuba Hubbard fan just because I'm a Oklahoma Sooners fan, so I don't really care for the Oklahoma State Cowboys, and also Chuba. I can't really hate on him for being Canadian because our boy Shea Gilgeous-Alexander is also Canadian, and so is Lou Dort, and I really love those guys. So I'm not going to hold it against Chuba for being Canadian, I guess, but still America. Anyway,
although it still go Pokes despite the bad year we're having.
Oh, look, we're losing connection with Brandon. All right. Anyways, so let's get this back on track. Gross.
I liked you up until about 10 seconds ago.
Yeah.
This year alumni. You got to support them for thick and thin.
All right, I'll give you that one.
Texas Tech? Is that what you were doing?
No, it's
double losers.
Double losers. All right.
He won one game in 4 years or something like that.
Beat you the last time playing. But anyway, let's get to it.
Dude, hit us up with as many questions as you want. This doesn't have to be your last one.
Brandon's out here bragging about they won the last game against OU, even though they're like 79-17.
They stole it with a couple horrible no calls and calls. They just, yeah, I mean,
and they're chicken shit to go back to having another Bedlam game because they know we'll get it back.
Typical OSU fans, just like, hey, we'll take it however we can get it, you know.
Anyway. And a win's a win, just like in fantasy, the win's a win. And no matter how you got it.
You have 17 Bedlam wins to our like 80. So yeah, that's.
You didn't even have to win your 1946 national championship. Like, get out of here. All right. Anyways, back over here. That's a whole different conversation for a different day. My only other question is, can I drop Isaiah Davis yet? I'm confused on the trade deadline, and I want Bijan's backup now.
Yep. Grab here immediately. Get rid of Davis. Even if Brees goes down, Davis isn't going to step in and be some stud #1 running back. You can drop him for Algier.
Yeah, I prefer Algier there. I went and grabbed Isaiah Davis in a few leagues, just thinking the trade deadline, Brees Hall was going to get traded, and that did not come to fruition. So I'm going to drop him and clear up some roster spots. So there's better people out there for me to grab. I have Amon-Ra, Adunze, Josh Jacobs, and Brees. So I was thinking of starting Dowdle and putting Brees at flex.
That's fine. They're both in your starting lineup. It doesn't matter which spot.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, that sounds right. Though I wouldn't expect much from Brees this week. Am I right, Kyle?
Yeah, rough week this week against Cleveland for Brees.
Are they playing in Cleveland?
But no, they're playing.
They're playing at home, but still
playing at home. But it's still against Cleveland, which is their run defense is ridiculous. After this week, Brees is a must start every week, though.
I agree. Yeah, his schedule is delightful. So sign me up for that. Amazon Pancake says, I'm very worried about Amari and Hampton not being back till after week 12. Yes, that does suck. Also have Bucky Irving myself.
Rough season for you, bud.
Yeah, that does suck. But if you can weather the storm, you can weather the storm and somehow make it to the playoffs late or be in position to make the playoffs when these guys come back, should be pretty strong.
Yeah. If you can make playoffs without them, you'll crush the playoffs with them back.
Yeah.
So.
Yep.
Also, can you quit saying pancakes out loud? That
I know. It's getting sticky in here.
Making a fat guy hungry over here.
I was wondering what that drool. I was like, get it together, man.
Hey, buttery.
No, this still is a no for me on your trade earlier. I'm still not trading that much for either one of those wide receiver. You're still giving up in a year where depth means so much because of all these injuries that are going down. It's not worth it.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
If you look at how good Ibuka's been.
Yeah.
You know, he got banged up. He's had a couple of, but like he's getting healthier. He's going to be fine, especially they got a bye week next week. Like, to me, Puka with the injury risk there and Amon-Ra with all the mouths they're feeding there, like they're not a big enough step up.
Yeah.
From Ibuka to warrant all that other stuff.
I agree.
Especially including a running back. You're going to need depth at running back. Yep. If this season's proven anything, it's that.
Agreed. Yeah, 3 for 1 there.
Especially that caliber of running back. They should be giving you something with Puka or Amon-Ra for Saquon or Dowdle or these running backs.
Tell him, Kyle. Tell him.
Tell him.
That's just.
Brandon, you picking up Benson for Jordan?
Actually, yeah. Actually, 100% picking up Benson. So
rock
yeah. Is Benson just available for you to pick up?
That was going to be my next point where I was thinking, is he available to pick up? I was assuming most of the time he's on IR, but depending on your league, I mean, if he's available, you sprint.
If somebody drops Trey Benson in your league, shame on that league for him still being there.
Yeah, that's what I was.
I would spend 100% of my fab on Trey Benson.
I actually, at this point in the season, I would too. And as hard as it is to come by running backs right now,
even if I had 100% of my fab left at this point in the season, I would spend 100% of that on Trey Benson right now.
And like I said, let's not forget.
Yeah, he said down here he's on waivers. That's silly. Unless you're in a 6-team league, he should be on a roster.
100%. Another name,
that's wild.
Brandon Ayuk should be coming back soon.
Yeah, I don't know how soon he is coming back. They've seemed pretty iffy on that, and I don't feel super confident when he does come back. I did have him. I stashed him for a long while, and then I was just like, this is seeming a bit iffy.
The longer he takes to come back, the more concerned I am with putting him in my lineup when he is back.
That's how I feel too. Now, if you're desperate, then yes.
Wait till next year on Ayuk.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a little nervous. I was just looking to see if Trey Benson was available in any of my leagues, and that's a negative. No, he's not available anywhere. So shame on your league, but yeah, go snag him up for sure. Michael, what's up? Full PPR because of buys. Oh, okay. Full PPR because of buys. As of now, I am starting Parker Washington. Should I pivot and get Pierce, Tucker, Franklin?
Stick with Washington.
I like Parker Washington, if I'm being honest.
Does Jacoby Myers affect that after today?
For Tucker?
Not this week, for sure.
Not for Tucker. Well, not this week, but obviously would be. I know BTJ hasn't been much, but obviously at BTJ, Parker Washington, Jacoby Myers.
If you're looking for immediate, like this week, next, as long as BTJ's out, Parker Washington's going to have value.
Yeah,
I agree.
When BTJ comes back, Jacoby Myers goes to the number 2 spot, and Parker Washington is not so good. But as long as he's number 2 behind Jacoby and could operate as a number 1 this week, with Jacoby being his first week in there, I'm all about some Parker Washington, man, this week.
But if we're talking rest of the season, then would that possibly still be Tucker?
Trey Tucker?
Because the number, would he be the number 1 in this Raiders offense?
After Brock Bowers, maybe.
Oh, after Brock Rubber, yeah.
Now, the only thing with it, and I'm going to say they do play Denver twice. Still, right now, Denver's without Surtain. So that I don't even know if Trey Tucker's good enough that Surtain would. Yeah, I was going to say, I don't think it matters there. But
I mean, they stopped Dallas without Surtain. I think they can stop the Raiders too.
Yeah, because here's the issue, and I actually had this discussion with someone else earlier. Their pass rush is so good that I don't know that Geno Smith's going to have enough time to throw it to Trey Tucker. So that makes me really nervous. That Denver pass rush is sick. It is sick. So, I think Parker Washington's the get here. I'm not on the Pierce train. Franklin's going to be pretty inconsistent.
Yeah.
Very inconsistent.
Well, it's inconsistent too, but different story, different day. But
yeah. Hey, 1 catch, 40 yards, and a touchdown. I'll take it.
So grab Parker, use him for 2 or 3 weeks, however long BTJ's out, and then reevaluate and pick somebody else up. But for the immediate next 2 or 3 weeks, Washington's your guy here.
Yeah, probably through week 13, probably, before he plays Sauce Gardner now in Indiana in week 14. What a wild deal that was. As if the Colts needed help. Yeah, didn't see that coming, huh, Brandon?
At all.
No.
Well, that's 2 things that do. Like, I know we said Myers and Shaheed were kind of the only 2 fantasy relevant, but that's really not true. Because if you look at, we've been auto starting wide receivers against Indy because nobody can stop them. And then we've been auto starting running backs against Dallas, who just got Logan Wilson and Quinnen Williams. Some of those matchups, the outlook changes a little bit.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. All right, let's see. Where was I at over here? Let's see. I had Higgins, Flacco, Dowdle, Laporta. I wasn't supposed to win this week. Yeah, you had some teams go off for you then, or some players. I mean, so good week for you for sure. I'm not even going to try to pronounce this because it's just random letters, but I'm 7-2. I just traded CMC, Hurts, Waddle for Bucky, McBride, Benson, and Mahomes. It's a 6-point passing TD. Did I make a good deal? Getting McBride's a good get.
Yeah. I mean, if Bucky and Benson come back and are balling, I mean,
you're 7-2. You're making playoffs. Benson and Bucky will be healthy for playoffs. I think this is smart. They're running CMC into the ground. Mahomes and Hurts, same. I love getting McBride there. And if you didn't need the receiver, then this makes perfect sense.
Yeah, I like the depth at running back you gained off of it. Again, that's kind of right now, that's the hardest position to be getting. And you were able to get 2. I think a 2-for-1 deal there is very good for you and your team there. Like you said, being 7-2, like Kyle said, you're making the playoffs, so that helps quite a bit. All right, trying to refresh a page over here and I can't get it. That's all All right, let's see. Any trade upgrades for this team? Starters are Dart, Rico, Warren, Wandell, Flowers, Bowers. Oh, I like that rhyming. Kittle, Jennings, Shakir. There's 3 flex spots, 1 tight end. The bench is Sampson, Chuba, Chase Brown, Jamar, Dobbs, and Jameson.
I guess knowing this record would help, but I mean,
it's 10 team. He's 3-6, 8th place. 6 teams play in the playoffs. So, is that Jamar Chase?
I'm about to say the market he's on
bye. He's on a bye this week, so he's on the bench. Yeah,
got it. So,
my first thought went to, I don't know if anyone else had this, possibly quarterback.
No, I'm good with Dart.
I like Dart, if I'm being honest.
I do too, but I'm just.
But these wide receivers are really lacking.
Yeah.
That's what you need. I mean, you have Jamar.
But it's not. I mean, if you have Jamar and Flowers, I mean,
honestly, I'm less worried about the receivers with Jamar and JMO and Wandell, Flowers.
Yeah,
like Rico, Warren.
You got Romeo Dobbs,
Chase Brown. I feel like you could upgrade at running back some. Like maybe try to upgrade Chase Brown.
I mean, if you package a Chase Brown and Romeo Dobbs,
say it again. Sorry.
I was saying if you can maybe package Chase Brown and Romeo Dobbs, could you maybe get something back? Maybe.
I don't know. Looking at this roster at 3-6, it kind of seems like you've had some bad luck.
Yeah, that's what I was just about to say. Bad luck.
Chase Brown underperforming, a little bit of bad luck. I can think of a million things you could do.
Yeah.
But I think I would try to either upgrade Chase Brown or take Wandell or Flowers and try to upgrade one of them.
I mean, this may be a throw on the wall, but I know you got 2 of like the best tight ends, but I mean, maybe Kittle try to pack and just try to get some sort of big upgrade. Again, I know you're gonna lose a tight end, but like you said, there's ways you can kind of go around this and kind of throw to somebody and say, hey, I'll give you this and this.
Honestly, that's a good idea, especially someone who just lost Tucker Kraft. Mm-hmm. You might be able to go to him and say, like, hey, here's your replacement with Kittle. Yeah. You might have something there, honestly.
Yeah.
Take Kittle and Sampson, go to the Judkins owner and see what other running backs he has that you can upgrade.
Oh, yeah, I didn't think about that.
Get you another running back for,
Or the Kittle and Chuba to see. Oh, and he got that. Never mind. Yeah. I mean, I think that was the perfect one you hit on, Kyle. I mean, Sampson and Kittle. So you can get Jenkins. I mean, that was...
Yeah. I don't know. I like Chase Brown moving forward, so I'm not like super apt to sell him, but.
No, I said Kittle and Sampson.
I know, but earlier we said something about Chase Brown, and I'm just like.
Well, of the 3 startable running backs, he's probably your weakest right now. So,
yeah, I love that idea, Brandon, of taking Kittle somewhere and using him though.
But you could use Kittle with Shakir or Dobbs or JMO after a big week. Just had a really good game, has another good matchup coming up. Go get you another really good wide receiver.
Yeah.
Yep.
Even Kittle and Flowers, go for a stud.
Yep.
I was gonna say Wandell and Kittle. I mean, you could, like I said, you could really go try to get something with that. I mean,
yes, it's true. All right, who wins this trade? Jay Jettas and Herbert for Josh Allen and Olave.
Jettas and Herbert.
I agree.
Yeah, Jettas and Herbert.
Olave just took a big hit today.
Yep. Yeah. And Herbert, I mean,
Herbert's been outperforming Allen already. So
yeah,
Herbert's actually having a good season. I've never been a Herbert believer, and this year he's finally doing it. They're actually throwing the ball, and I know they've had some O-line problems, but they traded for another O-lineman today. So,
yep.
I mean, it helps. Amazon. Not going to say the second word for you, Kyle. Pat Freiermuth is also available on waivers in week 11. He has the Cincinnati Bengals.
He'd be last on most of those tight ends.
Yeah, I'm not trusting it.
Even against the Bengals, who's the best tight end matchup in the league, I'm not touching that tight end core for Pittsburgh.
Yep. All right. Jordan says, I've been hammered with injuries all season. Don't have much fab. Scat and Bucky went down for me. Yeah. Hunter went down. Yep. Burrow went down. McLaurin went down.
Ooh.
R.I.P. Yep.
Yeah, it's time to pack it in and start thinking about next season, bud.
Yep.
Yep. Bucky's gonna come back for you at some point. Yeah, I don't. That's about all I got for you, bud. That's rough. Hate having that. See, that's why you play in lots of leagues, is so that when you have leagues like this, you can kind of write it off, but you still get to continue to play in your other leagues. So you just got to join more leagues, and so it's less sad.
Here's the only flaw with that is if you do like me and end up with the same guys in a whole lot of leagues, then you just go in leagues or more with the same freaking guys.
Yeah, because you have like your guys, right? And you're like, those are the guys. This year is the least I've ever had that. I am diverse just everywhere. Usually I kind of have the same like chunk of players on all my teams. I didn't get that this year. All my teams are like completely different.
I can think of 2 players that got me: Tony Pollard and Jerry Jeudy. And out of 6 leagues I'm in, they are in 4.
I passed on Jerry Jeudy in every league. Did not.
I said, well, who made Cleveland? Let's take a flyer on him.
I'm like, who's throwing the Jerry Jeudy? No thanks. Yeah. Let's see. Okay, that's understandable. Less them say about if we have 4 bench league and my running backs are kind of stacked. I have JT, Rice, Quan, Bucky, and Travis Etienne. Huh?
You said Rice, not Rico.
Oh, sorry. Redhead, because he's got Rice, like Buka, Rome, Ladd, Sutton, and Diggs at wide receiver. Good Lord.
Yeah.
That's a heck of a lineup there, man.
Mm-hmm.
This is a 6-team league, isn't
it? Right. Need to pick up QB, kicker, and make a spot for Bucky. Yeah. Hate having to do that, man.
Yeah.
Make it tough. Are you gonna have to drop some of those?
You could try to make multiple trades, 2-for-1s for upgrades, not 3 guys that I can afford to give away, so I'm just giving them away. Like you create another contender for yourself when you do something like that.
Agreed.
You think about that too.
Yeah, it's another person that's going to be playing against you for that championship. So, yeah, I'm with you, Kyle. I think you make multiple 2-for-1 deals there, make smaller upgrades, because you've got like, I'm looking at like Rico. You know, you can do a 2-for-1 there and upgrade from him even. Yeah, do that. I like that idea, Kyle. Okay, let's see. 5-4 traded Stafford, Kenneth, and London for Olave, Brees, and Allen. What are your thoughts on that?
Stafford, Kenneth, and London for Olave, Brees, and Allen.
Which side of that do you like better?
London just had a good game. I think
Stafford's also been playing really well, but
that's what I was saying. He's playing really good too. I mean, Kenneth is still getting his touches, even though him and Charbonnet are neck and neck. I mean, he's still getting his touches. So,
God, he's been so disappointing though.
Oh yeah,
a lot of he's still going to get a ton of targets. I just don't think the quality of those targets is going to be great. You definitely downgrade a receiver, but I think you upgrade the other 2 spots pretty easily.
Yeah,
I agree with that. Yeah, I think Kenneth to Brees is a big upgrade there for sure. So, I like that deal. I like the Olave, Brees, Allen side. Sounds like we all do.
Yeah.
I'm 7-2. I'm in first, but tied with second. Should I just tank the week? Oh yeah, to pick up a QB and a kicker. Yeah, who cares?
Oh yeah, I was gonna say that's that same guy. Yeah, dude. Screw this week.
And honestly, like you can maybe still pull it off. So
with that line, you might still be able to win even without a QB and a kicker. Yeah.
Yeah. So 7-2. I'm not.
If you can make one trade, if you make 1 2-for-1 deal, make your spot for Bucky, maybe make 2, grab a QB. You can definitely do it without a kicker.
100%.
But do it.
Let's see. Juke says Mayfield, Flacco, Bijan, Rico, Bucky, Higgins, Olave, Allen, Laporta. Should I go for a receiver and who to sell?
Ride Baker. You're good.
Yeah. Also,
I'm getting. Oh, sorry. You said quarterback, not receiver.
Yeah.
Or
But
receiver, not quarterback. Sorry, my brain just stopped working.
Yeah. Well, I can't speak because I played the wrong freaking intro to the entire show. So
I had a
can't even
technical difficulty up here. So
Brandon's just sitting back going like, look at these freaking idiots up here. Like
Yeah.
I tell you, it's like can't take them anywhere, you know.
you really can't.
So you
Should
got
I go
Higgins,
for receiver?
Olave.
I'm selling Olave
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
selling Olave.
because look at this right here.
I'm
Jude
selling
says,
Higgins too.
I thought Olave got better after today's trade. Yeah. So, and same here with Super Squash. What do you mean by Olave took a big hit? She got traded. Wouldn't Olave value go up? Kyle, would you like to explain, sir?
Yeah, so it's like we were talking about earlier because had that Juwan Johnson question at the beginning. Like, all of a sudden, you take a legit number 2 away from that offense. The running game is ineffective. Your next best receiver is Juwan Johnson. All they got to do is double team Olave now, and that offense is kaput completely. So, yeah, he takes a big hit there. Big hit there.
Yeah, your quality and quantity, like your quantity of targets may go up, but the quality is going to go way down.
Yeah,
Shuck's going to throw a lot more interceptions trying to force it to Olave, who's double teamed constantly now.
Yeah, I'm not feeling great about it, if I'm being honest. So maybe it's just us, but everyone else thinking that. So going back to this for Juke, yeah, if I'm selling anybody, it's Olave here.
Same.
I see Keenan Allen. I would be trying to sell Keenan Allen too. He's going to be super inconsistent. I feel like, trust me, I know I'm going through it right now. Every time I sit him on my bench, he does good. Every time I put him in my starting lineup, he does bad. So maybe if you send me a big enough super chat, then I will just sit him on my bench for you the rest of the season, and he'll do good. So, but those are probably the first 2 I'm looking to sell here, and I would try to upgrade at wide receiver.
Big time. Agreed.
Oh, let's see. Saving grace is St. Brown, Kincaid, and Pittman. Oh, I like them, especially if Kincaid continues to perform at that level for sure. Let's see. Full PPR. This is Michael again here. Full PPR picked up and started Loveland in place of Mason Taylor. Smash it. Don't really like to carry 2 tight ends. Who would you drop out of these 2? Got it. These 2. Plus, I have Brenton Strange in my IR spot.
You can get rid of Mason Taylor.
Yeah. I'm keeping Loveland over Mason Taylor.
Yeah.
But yeah, Brenton Strange, I don't know what his timeline's looking at. I was actually looking at him earlier today too. Just like, come on back, dude. Come on.
So he was playing so effective.
Thoughts on Allen for Herbert and Chase Brown?
Yeah, I like Herbert and Chase Brown.
Yeah.
Do what?
If you need a running back, I mean,
I think this is one of those situations or situations that I like to say.
I'm doing this one in a vacuum. Again, we've talked about running back depth this year. Like, Herbert and Allen have been both playing about the same. Like, give me Chase Brown for free here.
Well, do you have to drop somebody? Do you have to, like, there are situations.
Somebody on your roster you can drop for Chase Brown.
But I do like Chase Brown moving forward. I do. And so that's a good get there for sure. And Herbert is playing fantastic.
Yeah.
So I'm all in for that. And I don't hate his schedule moving forward either. Yeah, he's going to continue to do good probably. You very welcome. Appreciate you dropping in and hanging out with us tonight.
Of course.
I just realized but I think it's Intense Dopey is how you say that one.
Intense Dopey. Yeah.
I just realized that a minute ago. I was
thank you for figuring that out for me. But I think you're right. Intense Dopey. Nice.
I like that.
All righty. Sorry, we just now got it on your last message.
But thanks for hanging out with us, even though we said it wrong earlier.
No kidding. All right. Let's see. Juke Poe. He's hard to sell. These people think my team is ass because I'm 4-5, but that's bad luck. I'm 6-2 against the team in first. Yeah, I mean, it's been that kind of year. I've got my best rosters I'm struggling with. My worst rosters, I'm sitting at like 7-2. Like, what's going on? It's that kind of year. Studs are not performing
Studs are
Well,
not studying this year, man.
Studying that, not at all.
they're inconsistent. See AJ Brown. You know, like you see first, second round picks that just aren't performing.
ETJ, I mean,
Yeah,
man,
and then on top of that, injuries
Chase
on top of
Brown
that
broke
as
my
well.
heart. Chase Brown broke my heart this
Oh.
year. I think he's gonna be a top 5 running back this year.
Yeah, Chase Brown. It's funny because I came out of all my drafts with no Chase Brown, and
yeah.
I dang near cried myself to sleep. I wanted Chase Brown so much. I was such a believer.
Even
then-
the speaking of
and-
my own team, the Bill Krosky merit train.
Oh,
That train in
man.
the preseason is he had that one game with the Chargers, and it's been downhill from there. So
I'm lucky I did not jump on that train. I avoided it.
thought about it.
And I was like, nope, I don't think that's going to stick.
Even
And
how
thank
people try to do
goodness.
Puka, he'll be hurt. Matthew Stafford being hurt, and it's like, look at him. So yeah, yeah.
Oh, let's see. Probably wouldn't start Chase Brown, but could use the depth. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
you might as well, especially with all the injuries. Like I said, all
Yeah.
the injuries and stuff.
Maybe you can flip him into something else.
That's what I was about to say. That's trade bait. Or it gives you the depth to be able to trade one of your other running backs.
You get a free running back trade without taking really a hit at QB. So
yeah, because Herbert's just performing on a different level this year than he ever has before. Just kind of looking at his. Now he did in 2021. He was the second number 2 quarterback is where he finished, which is surprising. No one remembers back far enough for that. I know I sure as hell don't. To remember Justin Herbert finishing as the number 2, because since then he's finished in double digits easy. So yeah. Anyways, let's see. Every team could use Chase Brown. Yeah, I agree. You right.
Well, yeah, because I guarantee you, there's somebody in your league who's picked up a Devin Singletary or a Chuba Hubbard to start, or a Tootin that would love to have Chase Brown. You can flip and buy whatever you want with.
Someone just lost Chuba Hubbard as a starter for sure, and they could use Chase Brown.
100%.
I traded Downs and Etienne for Rice. Am I tripping?
Nope.
Rice is tearing it up, dude. So good. But Etienne doing great, but Rice, good get. Good get.
Good, yeah.
Let's see. He didn't want to accept, but he said he would accept Herb, Kelsey, and Jay Jettas for Warren, Allen, and Olave. Should I hit accept? Okay. So Herbert, Kelsey, and Jettas for Warren, Allen, Olave. What, Kyle?
I do not like adding Warren and Kelsey on there.
Yeah.
If I'm remembering the right trade originally here.
I think that's right. Is that Tyler Warren or Jalen Warren? I'm guessing Tyler Warren with the Warren Kelsey.
I was thinking Jalen Warren, but it might be Tyler Warren.
Oh, hold on. That's Super Squash. Allen for Herbert and Chase. Oh, well, yeah, of course he didn't accept that. I thought someone had offered it to you, and all you had to do is
that's kind of what I thought. Yeah, that would have been a heck of a deal. Now, Olave to Jay Jettas is a heck of a jump.
It is, but Warren to Kelsey is also a heck of a jump.
I agree there.
Honestly, I'd probably still do it. Get Herb, Kelsey, and Jettas. I don't think it's going to be as big of a drop from Warren to Kelsey as it is from Jettas to Olave. So I'd probably still do it, but I'm not as excited about it.
I'm not going to be excited about that either, honestly.
Yeah, I actually don't hate that. I want the Herb, Kelsey, Jay Jettas side on that. So let's see. Is Job TV says trade Achane in a smaller piece for Henry, Warren, and Sutton. RB2 right now is Tracy Walker. Yes. Or should I just write it out with one running back? Wide receivers are CD, Egbuka, and Tet.
I mean, it definitely helps your running back depth. You have to do that.
And Sutton is pretty good.
I like
Sutton over Tet.
I mean, I would probably take Sutton or Tet and try to flip them after that. But get that running back depth. You got to have 2 starters.
Yep. I would agree with that. I agree. Let's see. But squash, I have Rico, Bijan, and Bucky White, but I'm taking someone to market for a week. Yeah. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Jay Vince says, I have Johnson and Adunze starting both of them on their 0 performance games. Should I trade one or start both? Ugh.
Always start Adunze, get rid of Johnson.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Agree.
He just had a good week this week.
Yeah.
Yeah. Get rid of that dude. All right. Juke says, good night, y'all. Guys, that's going to do it for us, too. We got to pop off here. We got some defending NBA champions to watch go beat those Clippers. So we are going to pop off here and go support our Thunder. We appreciate everyone hanging out with us. Make sure you go to fsan.shop. You'll see the code down there scrolling along the bottom. Code FFCK15 for 15% off all orders in the shop. You can get shirts like what Kyle's wearing with our gear in there, or you can get fun shirts like what I got with Baker Mayfield planting a flag, a Buccaneers flag. If you're a big Baker Mayfield fan, shots fired. You can't get that shirt that Brandon's wearing, but it's still a sexy shirt, All right, guys. Good luck this week. Catch all the other shows on the network throughout the week. Kyle and I have a couple other shows, Boom Bust and Fantasy Wall Street. You can catch those too for some trade advice and start sit advice. All right, guys, that's going to do it for this week. We'll see you next time.
Good luck.
Peace.